Hello friends, so today I just wanted to show you what my Mr. Volcano Forge looks like after all winter. I had put this together, it was either late summer, early fall. I didn't look back at my other videos to verify, but somewhere roughly 6-7 months ago. Had ordered this off of Amazon and took like 2 weeks. I just took my time so that the foundry and everything, putting the felt in, putting the foundry and stuff, cement on it, and letting it cure. I didn't rush it. I just gave myself time. So that's a whole separate video, but I just wanted to show you. So sitting out here in my shop all winter, it's not rust, but maybe kinda. It definitely has a patina to it. I can still read that it says Mr. Volcano, and this is the tube burner that I went with, and I did that in case I needed the extra heat. I actually haven't. You can see, I've got the two tubes. This one's your secondary. I just leave it turned off. I don't even really put it in. I just have like a kind of an oversized bolt here, just so it's not quite a chimney, so I can keep my heat in. You can see I've got bricks at the back to keep some heat in. So I use one burner, and I've just had really good luck with it. I do have some bricks at the front that I can slide in or slide out depending on what I'm working on and the heat I want. And I don't know how well you're going to see this. I'm just starting to get a little like breakdown of that mortar mix cement that's in here. But overall, it has held up really well. I do not do any forge welding, so I'm not using any flux. I've been, I've seen or been told that flux really eats this up, and I think if I was going to do a lot of flux, I would probably, when I had put this together, actually put some bricks at the bottom and not the blanket, and would have cemented those in with the foundry cement. Just because they say it's real corrosive on this stuff, and then you can replace your bricks. But because this one's full blanket and foundry cement, I just don't use any flux in this. Haven't had the need to, but you can see I've left space here. If I want to start getting into forge welding as I get more advanced, I'm just going to add another forge and do that. But right now, this has been great. I've got a little dial up here, just a liquid filled dial for my pressure, and I use a 7-gallon propane tank. That just seems to work well for me. I think I went through 2 tanks this winter, so maybe a little more. I don't, when it's really super cold out here, it's just too cold to be out here. I am in like a little lean-to shed that keeps everything dry, but there's still moisture in the air. I did get a little kind of like some rust on my anvil, but I'm not worried about it. It's not hurting anything. I could wax it or do something, but that's all stuff that's just gonna burn off or smoke and when it gets hot, so I just haven't done it. But anyway, let's get this fired up. I'm going to take some railroad ties, and I'm going to heat them up and bend them into some double coat racks that I've been making, just to show you guys the forge here and that everything's still working good. So let's go ahead and do that. Now on here, I already have a little scribed mark so that I know how far to insert it in here. Each time I just when I found the height I liked, I just put a little scratch, a scribe mark on it. I just give it a little snug in case things get heated up. Well, they will, but when they get hot, that things don't expand and have my tube go ahead and drop out. Something I've seen a lot of other people do is they'll take like a little piece of newspaper, paper towel or something, they light it, throw it in there, and turn their propane on for the forge. And what just seems weird to me is they're already using a handheld lightable propane torch. So why are you using paper also? So I just stick this right here. Turn it on. Turn this off. Now I don't have a bunch of paper floating around and ash and all that, which, I mean, it's not going to hurt anything, but I just don't know why people do it, so I don't. So we'll let this get warmed up. You can hear it's a little, you know, it's like on off, kind of, it's not real smooth yet, but as it gets hot, everything gets really hot, it'll smooth out, and then it's just been great, just really good, great to work with. See, I'm only up to 3 tongs. I had bought a set of these that you put together yourself off the internet, off of Amazon, and I think I got some videos out there on that. I've done 2 different styles. I've done where I pounded it all out, stretched it, I gained maybe a 1/2 inch. So that was a lot of work. So these other ones, I just did them with an angle grinder. You know, I didn't stretch out the material any extra. The extra 1/2 inch to me hasn't been worth the extra hour pounding these out to stretch them. And if I want longer handles, I can weld them up. You know, or I'm going to start making my own blanks and doing that. So material I've been looking for and picking up, I'll probably do a little bit longer handles. Not that I really need to. These are right around the 11-inch mark. It's been fine. Okay, you can hear, I don't know how well you'll see the glow in the daylight. You know, sunshine. It's actually a beautiful spring day. But it's gotten real smooth. It's not that wavering sound of propane and stuff. It's just, it got hot, it's smoothed out. So I'm going to throw some railroad spikes in and show you. Oh, before I do that, I need to mark them. I do 2 inches. Where's my soapstone? So, I should have a blank around here. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bend them so that when they are on a board, it creates a double coat rack. You can hang something here or off the head. So what I do is I just mark about 2 inches up with some soapstone so that when I put it in the vise, I know where I'm bending it. See that, but I've got my white soapstone marks on there, and that'll stay there. It won't, you know, melt off with the heat. Okay, so those will have to soak in the heat. 5, 6, whatever minutes. And one note, guys, with the one burner, the one tube, and these, I mean, I could use both, turn up the gas pressure, get it hot really fast. I don't think think I'd be saving any propane really either way. I just use one at around 5 pounds of pressure off the propane tank, and that lets me get a few other things ready. You know, like I said, 5-6 minutes, we're good to go. So I don't really feel the need to throw more propane at it, but I could if I needed to. So I'll let those soak a little bit and we'll be right back. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. Getting good and hot. So I'm about to pull one out and bend it. And just to let you guys know, I don't know if you can see it really here at the top of the screen, but I do have a fan mounted up here. The back of my shed is kind of the bottom wall comes up, and then the top of the back wall is about a foot out, and then comes up and curves, and then outside I have that open as like a chimney, so that I don't get a breeze through here, but I got air. So I use a fan just to keep my lights and my ceiling and everything a little bit cooled off, keep that airflow going. Hasn't been an issue. Seems to be working good, so just thought I'd share that. Alright, so I think I'm going to pull this out, and I'll put it in my vise here and bend it. And just a little deal here about my setup. So you see I have my forge in the back of the shed. I did my anvil to the left, and I did my vise to the right. And I had watched a guy on YouTube. Of course, I don't remember his name, but anyway, it wasn't my idea. I copied it. But I went with a triangle, and that's been working out really good for me. Definitely think it's a good idea. But I can grab my tools, grab my hot metal, come right here to the anvil. You can see I'm just pivoting like 1 foot, and it works really well. Same thing here to the vise, just 1 step, and then everything's staying hot. It's easy to get back to the heat. It's just been working out really good for me, so I just thought I'd share that. Have some pipe wrenches here. I have one with a big gap. That's what I use on the railroad head to hook it and just bend it. I've been doing quite a few of these, so I have a pretty good idea what angle I'm shooting for. But I do have my other ones from the past sitting here, just as a little reminder for what shape I'm looking for, how much to bend. But you know, one thing that's nice about doing rustic coat racks and things like that is you got a little leeway. Nothing has to be perfect, and I actually enjoy that. I've always liked working with like log to make log furniture, rough wood, you know, rough metal to make rough things. So it's just always worked out good for me. The narrow one, I use that for the tip, and looks like one's hot enough. I'll show you that next. Gotta remember which way to put it. Okay, so in a past video I was using a hammer and beating on these to bend these ends over, and it was just really beating up my stand and my vise. I think is, I'm putting a lot more pressure and torque into my vise, so I switched to a pipe wrench. As you can see, that was not hard to bend. A couple tugs and just took care of it, and then I don't feel like I'm just beating this up so bad. So that's one. I'm just gonna let them cool. Past video I was throwing them down into the snow outside, which I still have a little bit, but I found that was hardening them just a little bit. Of course it doesn't do a lot, it's not real high carbon, but it was enough that I was having some problems with my drill bits. So I'm just going to let it naturally cool down so that it doesn't have a temper in it. I should let that one get a little hotter. But I think we're good. As you can see, of course, heat's being transferred into the vise, but I think that turned out pretty good. So I'll let these cool down, drill holes in them, use my wire wheel to clean them up and get them cleaned up a little bit, make some coat racks out of them. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you that Mr. Volcano, 6-7 months in, using it all winter, being out here just in an open shed, held up really nice. Sometimes you do get a little extra moisture that'll build up in that mat in there. So a few times in the winter I did have to turn it on, warm it up for a minute, half a minute, turn it off, let that moisture come out, and then turn it back on, and then I seem to have no problem. That way, I don't really have any cracking. I got just some light cracking there, but no big splits, so I'm real happy with it. I think it's a good forge, especially for just a hobby, and so just wanted to share with you guys. So hope that helps. Have a great day. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you.